Greetings, Madam Saadia and fellow friends. Today, our group is excited to share our presentation on creating an inclusive workplace for speech impaired talents. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my team members, Ms. Hazlinda binti Hazman, Mr. Abdul Rahman bin Abdullah, Ms. Sulihati Martila binti Johari, Ms. Amira Adila binti Muhammad Ashadi, and myself, Roslinda binti Kindangon. Together, we have been researching how companies can better support and empower individuals with speech impairments. So, let's move to the introduction about speech impaired talents. I will pass this topic to my friend, Ms. Sulihati, for the opening explanation.
Thank you, Linda. Now, I will begin with the introduction. Speech disabilities refer to the conditions that affect a person's ability to speak and communicate clearly. These conditions can make verbal communication more difficult in everyday situations, including in the workplace. For example, individuals may experience difficulties with pronunciation, voice control, speech fluency, or even language use. This means that they might struggle to express their thought as easily as others. It is important to understand that speech disability can affect both children and adults. Anyone can face this challenge at different stages of life. However, with the right support and therapy, individuals with speech disability can improve their communication skill over time. This shows that with proper understanding and assistance, they can still succeed and contribute effectively in the workplace. This is why creating inclusive workplace is very important. Next, I will pass to my friend Amira.
Thank you, Suli, for the introduction. Now I will continue with the unique challenges faced by speech impaired talents in the workplace. The first challenge is communication difficulties. Speech impaired employees may find it difficult to express their ideas clearly during meetings or discussion. This can sometimes lead to misunderstandings with coworkers or clients. For example, they may need extra time to explain their ideas during a team meeting. The second challenge is social interaction. Some coworkers may not know how to communicate effectively with a speech impaired colleague. As a result, the employee may feel isolated or participate less in workplace activities. For example, they may avoid social conversations because they are often interrupted or misunderstood. Jobs that rely heavily on telephone communication can also create barriers. The final challenge is discrimination and low confidence. Some people may wrongly judge a person's abilities based on their speech difficulties. Repeated misunderstandings can also affect their confidence. For example, an employee may hesitate to speak during presentations because they fear being misunderstood. Overall, these challenges show why workplace should promote understanding, patience, and inclusion to help speech impaired employees perform at their best. That's all for the unique challenges for the speech impaired.
Okay, hi, thank you, my friends. My part is to explain what is the benefit of inclusions, general but connect to specific. We choose is a mostly speech. So here have a six benefit. So first, improve self-confidence and self-esteem. Second, equal access to employment opportunities. Third, better integrations. So, okay, I explain to what first improvement self-competition. They more to help individual with speech impairment feel value and respect, and with increase their confidence and willingness to participate. For example, mostly encouraged to share ideas during a team meeting using a text to speak application, and also their suggestion are acknowledged or implemented. They become more confident in impress their opinions. For the second one is equal access to employment opportunities is inclusive for workplace. Every employee based on their skill and performance rather than their disability. Mostly on this part, qualified to candidate with the speech impairment is hired as a graphic designer because they are strong design, portfolio and technical skill despite having a communication challenge. For the third one is better social integration. So include promotes interaction and collaboration to helping individual build relation and feel a part of the teams. For example, a college include a speech inspire an employee in large gathering and team building activities, helping their develop their friendship and feel acceptable within in the workplace. For the fourth one is enhance communication skill like supportive environment provide communication to enable effective communications. So example, a customer service employee with a speech impairment using can use the email, instant messaging and speech assistive technology to communicate with customer and colleagues successfully. For the fifth is increase productivity and contributions. When communication barriers are reduced, employee can focus on their strength and contribution effectively. So example like software developer with a speech impairment use of project management tools, a written communication platform to collaborate with team members. The result is successful. In the when the presentation for the project completion. For six, greater awareness and understanding among colleagues. So includes encourage co-worker to develop empathy and adapts communication method is that necessary. Example, team members learn to be patient, allow extra time to respond, and use multiple communication channel to make sure the speech impairment are very understand. Okay, why the hiring individual with the disability benefit in the workplace? Because like in the Malaysian right now, like and the government incentive, have a lots of benefit. So that's why a lots of company right now is take this opportunity to hire more disability staff in the workplace. So in the financial part of Malaysia employee hiring OKU, they can get the tax deductions, double tax deduction on OKU salaries, the claimable LHDNs, facilities rebates, tax rebate for modifying office and accessibility. So they have a facilities for very friendly to the OKU's disabilities. So and the government incentive is this one is a package a long time already to give the all employers incentive that they can get for the 600 per month per OKU to hire under SOXO scheme is a Daya Kejaya. Last one is a training grant. So HRD Corp's financial grant via the OKU Talent and Harm programs. So a lot of programs right now and a benefit to the workplace. So that's why like all the OKU can get the work easily and have a more better benefits and okay, one thing is core workplace benefit with the local success example, addressing local labour shortage and reduce foreign worker, exceptional reliability and lower turnover rates, access to government and back professional job coach, strengthening corporate brand and ESG compliance. For a business in Malaysia, the hiring OKU talentship is a workplace dynamics from the basic corporates complying to an open financial strategy. It's safe to tax money, solve hiring shortage, and foster a high warrior work. In this benefit also like can improve empathy, team diversity, and problem solving to the disability OKU for hiring part. So first we have empathy, we have team diversity and problem solving. Empathy mostly is leadership commitment, disability awareness training, normalized accommodation. Problem solving is more to single viewpoint, conversion solution diverse team, multi-angle view, language decision solution, and standard team. Team diversity is partnering with expert, retiring talent, buddy, coach, and in this benefit also like can improve empathy, team diversity, and problem solving to the disability OKU for hiring part. So first we have empathy, we have team diversity and problem solving. Empathy mostly is leadership commitment, disability awareness training, normalized accommodation. Problem solving is more to single viewpoint, conversion solution diverse team, multi-angle view, language decision solution, and standard team. Team diversity is partnering with expert, retiring talent, buddy, coach, and etc.
Thank you, Ms. Haslinda, for that explanation. Once again, greetings, madam and my fellow friends. Now I'd like to highlight a real-life success story of an employer that has successfully integrated speech-impaired talent into their workforce and share a real-life success story. The best example is KFC Malaysia under QSR brands. They are true pioneers. They opened dedicated outlet fully operated by speech-impaired staff. You can find these special outlets in Tanjung Haru in Sabah, Sentul Raya in Kuala Lumpur, and Miri in Sarawak. How does KFC make this work? KFC changed their workplace to be more visual so that everyone can understand the workflow easily. As you can see in this video, our staff use sign language to communicate effectively with customer. What support do they give? First, communication. Customers do not need to speak. They use digital screens to order. This removes any communication barrier. Second, safety in the kitchen. They don't use loud buzzers. Instead, they use flashing lights. When the lights flash, the staff knows the food is ready. What is the result? The result is amazing. KFC has proven that these employees are hardworking, loyal, and productive. They are not burdened. They are valuable asset to the company. In short, the barrier to work is not the disabilities, it is the system. If company fix the system, they can unlock the great potential of these talented individuals. That's all from me regarding the KFC success story. Moving on to the next part, I will pass it to Mr. Rahman. Please proceed, Mr. Rahman.
Thank you, Hasrinda. Now, I will present some recommendation on how employers can improve inclusivity for people with speech disabilities. First, employers should provide awareness training for employees. This training helps staff better understand speech disabilities and encourage respectful and effective communication. When employees are more aware, they are more patient, supportive, and inclusive in daily interactions. Second, companies should adapt performance evaluation method. Instead of focusing on how well someone speaks, employers should evaluate employees based on their skills, productivity, and quality of work. This ensures fair assessment and equal opportunities for career growth. Overall, these strategies are practical and achievable, and they can make a big difference in creating more inclusive. Next, we would like to share our reflection and lessons learned. Firstly, we learn the importance of focusing on abilities, not limitations. Employees with speech disabilities have valuable skills and contributions, and their performance should be judged based on what they can do, not their challenges. Secondly, awareness is very important. By increasing awareness, organization can reduce stigma and promote empathy among employees. This helps create a more positive and respectful work environment. Lastly, having a strong support system is essential. Providing access to speech therapy, assistive technologies, or mentoring programs can empower employees and help them perform at their best. In conclusion, creating an inclusive workplace is not only about policies, but also about understanding, support, and respect for everyone. Thank you.
Now, I would like to ask a POV question to Linda. Question number 1 is, how might we create a workplace environment where employees with speech disability feel confident and include in everyday communication. And the next question is, what are the benefits of creating an inclusive workplace for people with speech disabilities? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sulihati, for the questions. Now, for questions number 1, we can achieve this by promoting flexible communication methods such as written or digital tools, providing awareness training for all employees, and fostering a culture of patience and respect. By focusing on understanding rather than speed of communication, we help ensure that everyone feels valued and able to contribute effectively. For questions number 2, creating an inclusive workplace brings many benefits, such as improving teamwork, increasing employee confidence, and enhancing overall productivity. When individuals feel respected and supported, they are more motivated to contribute their ideas and skills. It also promotes diversity, strengthens the company culture, and builds a positive reputation for the organization as an inclusive and responsible employer. In short, an inclusive workplace isn't just about charity. It's about changing the system to unlock everyone's potential. We hope our presentation has shown you that with the right support, speech impaired talents can be a great asset to any company. Thank you for your time and your kind attention.